Hello everyone, this video is continuation of the previous video of extradition and asylum. Now we will start from where we left. The further continuing, international treaty for extradition between India and other countries are as follows. Treaty between India and Germany. Signed an extradition treaty at Berlin on 27 June 2001. That this treaty enables both the countries to extradite a person wanted in extraditable offences which are recognized as a crime in both the countries, and for this purpose some crimes have also been specified in this treaty. Now, treaty between India and Spain, and it was signed and filed in June 2002. Treaty between India and Russia was signed on an extradition treaty, and this was approved and ratified by Russia on 15th April 2000. Now, treaty between India and France was signed on 24th January 2003. Prior to this treaty, there were many criminals or terrorists which were to be extradited to India who might be given death penalty, but for this India removed such apprehensions by giving an understanding that terrorists extradited to India would not be given death penalty. Treaty between India and USA, they have been very cooperating with each other for a long time for curbing extremism and terrorism, and America has cooperated with India in respect of extradition of the criminal who after committing the crime has been fled away to that country many a times. Treaty between India and Canada, desiring to make more effective the cooperation and the relationship between the two countries in the suppression of the crime, making the provision. This treaty was signed on 6th of February 1987. The relations between these countries have been increasing rigorously, and it may help so that normally the person who has been committed a crime should not fled to another country, and he should be punished for his crimes. Now, what is asylum? Arrived from a Greek word asylia, which means inviolable place. The term suffered to those cases where the territorial state declines to surrender a person to the requesting state and provides shelter and protection in its own territory. In common parlance, it means giving protection and immunity by state to an individual from their native country. Asylum is interpreted as a place of protection for fugitive where he or she is given protection from a trial or pursuit from their home country, or to provide protection to a foreign citizen by a state against his government. The UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, of Article 14 Subclause 1 provides that everyone has the right to seek and to enjoy in other countries asylum from prosecution. Asylum has two elements, that is, a shelter which is more than a temporary refugee, and a degree of active protection on the part of authorities in control of the territory of asylum. Now, the basis of asylum may be territorial, that is granted by the state on its territory, or may be extraterritorial, that is granted for or in respect of legislation, consular premises, and worship to refugees from the authorities of the territorial states. A state has a right to grant asylum to a person on the principle that it has been the sovereign rights to control individuals found within its territory. The contemporary reasoning or rationale behind asylum must be understood via rational materias, that is jurisdiction over subject matter, or rational persona, that is jurisdiction over a person. In recent time, we have seen high-profile individuals like Julian Assange and Edward Snowden seeking asylum under Ecuador and Russia respectively. In the case of Julian Assange, he was the founder of WikiLeaks organization. He sought extraterritorial asylum under Ecuadorian embassy after his extradition was approved by the UK to Sweden. Edward Snowden, after exposing NSA illegally spying program, sought refugee under territorial asylum after entering the territory of Russia. Rational persona explains that certain individuals, due to the immunity granted to them and due to their possession or capacity are not under the jurisdiction control of a state. This is a type of a special immunity which is applicable to only diplomats, head of state, government official on a certain mission, and etc. Now there are two types of asylum, that is territorial asylum and extraterritorial asylum. Number one, territorial asylum is the territorial boundary of a state provided asylum and it has been granted. Every sovereign state has the right to control and maintain their jurisdiction on its own territory and have the decision to extradite someone or give them asylum in totally under its own discretion and no possible pressure upon them. Thus, a state has a territorial sovereignty over all its subjects and aliens. A state has a right to admit or expel any of the person found on its territory. This form of asylum is mainly given to the people who have been accused of political offences like sedition, treason, espionage in their home countries. Their territorial asylum is based mainly on the national law of the sovereign. The GA adopted the GA stands for the Geneva Convention. It adopted a declaration of on territorial asylum through a resolution on 14th December 1967. These consist of three types of territorial asylums. Number one, political, that is so-called defectors. Number two, refugees, for refugees who have been well-founded fear of persecution in their own countries. And number three is general territorial asylum. These are for the person who have been fled from their country to seek economic betterment but do not have the status of immigrants in their own countries. Now the second is extraterritorial asylum. This is a form of asylum which is usually granted by a state beyond its state territory and usually at places which are not a part of its physical territory. In such cases, a state providing asylum in its own embassy established in foreign state is called diplomatic asylum. Asylum may also be granted to asylee in warships because they are exempted from the jurisdiction of the foreign state in those water it is operating. Such warships are under the patronage of the flag state. The same is not in the case of merchants' vessels as they are not immune to provision of international laws. Hence, extraterritorial asylum is based on the framework of international relations of conventions. Last topic for this video is cases relating to asylum and extradition. Number one is the example we have already discussed is Abu Salam case of extradition. In this, India does not had any extradition treaty with Portugal. However, Abu Salam, accused in 1993 bomb blast and underworld don, fled to Portugal along with his wife. In the absence of the treaty, the Portugal extradited Abu Salam to India after later gave an assurance that he would not be given a death sentence. Later, High Court Portugal passed an order on July 14, 2004 along with the reasons for his extradition to India. His wife has also been extradited to India. The second case is of Dalai Lama's asylum. In India, in 1959, they gave territorial asylum to Dalai Lama and his followers who were oppressed from the repressive policies of China. Although their asylum was criticized by China on the ground that India, by granting asylum to Dalai Lama, has interfered in its own internal affairs, but India was competent enough to do so because of the principle of territorial sovereignty. The grant of asylum should not be considered as an unfoldly act by China, and this was given a status of corrective territorial asylum given to Dalai Lama, and further it was not challenged. Now, number third cases of United States versus Rocher, that is 1886's cases. The accused was extradited on the charge of murder, but he was tried and convicted in USA. on a union charge of causing cruel and unusual punishment on a member of the crew. He made an appeal before Supreme Court of USA, which quashed the conviction and ordered to release the prisoner on the ground that unless otherwise provided for by the treaty, the prisoner could not be charged with the offense for which he has been extradited unless he was given a reasonable reasons to return to his country to which they have surrendered him. That's it. Thank you.